Yeah, so this section is recorded. So once again, welcome everyone. Welcome to CryptoSafu learning. Tonight we are focusing on learning about using Dextool as a professional and using it correctly in the right way. So I'll start sharing my screen to show you some important things and important navigation about using Dextools. So right now you'll be able to see my screen. Yeah, so if you can see my screen, can you just like signify? You can just say yes, so it's fine.
Yeah, I'm seeing.
All right, cool. So then
Yes.
for IRD, this is how your safe part is going to be. Your safe part is going to be like this. Just to quickly brief you, and if you are saying this, if you're having NFT on your safe part, you have the navigation to be here. You can select which network you want. And if you're interacting with any DeFi application, you can get more details about the DeFi application here. So,
Okay.
but one of the things that you'll be doing on your safe part is to use the dApps. So on your bottom navigation, you can see the dApps. You are not really going to be using these market features. You're not going to be really using it. So, but you'll be using your dApp. You can just use this to get the current market price, which is fine. You'll be using your dApp, your swap as well, for it to be able to swap from one token to another, like a very popular token. So then you can see the N option. So this is for whoever have connected their Binance or who are interested in staking, but you don't need the N. Like, it's just my own perspective. So you probably need the wallet, the dApp, and the swap. So that is what I use mainly on it. Then you have the other notification bar, the settings bar. This one is used for you to scan or link your safe part to external websites. So that is it for now. So we go back to the main topic for tonight. So which is Dextools. So make sure you are always on the right URL. So I'll type it manually dextools.io. Don't forget the tools is having S at the back. You have to be sure that you're on the right URL because whatever makes you like try out the wrong URL, you are liable to be scammed and it will be your own personal fault and problem. And what happens is you might lose out all your funds to scammers. So you have to be very careful. There are a lot of different phishing scam on crypto space. So let's click on go. So make sure you are right on the right. You are clicking on the right URL. So now this is how Dextool is. So this one we are saying here is just like their normal adverts. So these are not the things you want to see or what you actually need. So coming here, you can see the top gainer. So the top gainers are the tokens that are doing very well within the past few hours. So like for example, you can see the increase of a token within past few hours. Like a token that have been able to get good increase and things like that. So what next do we need to understand? You can click on the menu bar. So on the menu bar, you can see the Peer Explorer. What do we have in the Peer Explorer? Peer Explorer is just like you trying to see um the information of a token pair. Like for example, you have a particular token in mind and you want to check out all the information about the token. Then you can see live new pair. You can see Big Swap Explorer. What is Big Swap Explorer? These are just like um an explorer that allow you to see different projects that you can have a big swap with them. So these are like useful information for you to know different swaps you have on this space, but you might not really be needing this. So then we have the multi chart. We don't really need it. We have the multi swap. So the multi swap are contracts that allow you to trade from one token to another token on different network. Then we have the statistics. Then you don't really need other things. These are just like their personal information. So the exact thing we need to use Dextool for as a pro is the peer explorer. So we need the peer explorer. So whenever you want to invest in a project, like we discussed in the last video, you'll be given a smart contract. So we've been using a particular token as an example, which is FlexWix. So now, for example, you wanted to buy FlexWix token and you need to check information about the token. You search for FlexWix here. You click on it on the BSC scan. Now, on the BSC scan, you've been able to get some basic information, but barely looking at it, you can see that you are a little bit confused about the exact information you need to get here. But fine, you can see the total supply to be 10 million, the order to be 252, the transfers done to be 10,918. But this is not giving you charts. This is not giving you other information. So for you to be able to get all these things, what you have to do is come here, copy the contract. So this is the contract address. So just copy it. Or probably if you want to scan it, you can click on the contract, come here, click on URL code to scan. But copying is fine. So you can just copy just like I did. Then go back to your Dextools.
Dextools.
Yeah, exactly. So then we have it on our Peer Explorer. Then enter the search bar, paste the address.
Contract.
Yeah. So do you know the reason why we are putting more focus on you pasting the contract address? This is because there are a lot of fake 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 addresses that pretend to be like the original token. Like for example, if I've come to Dextools to have searched for FlexWix, you will see that I'm going to be seeing a lot of FlexWix. So, and information. This first one is the only real one. These other FlexWix you are seeing, they are fake. If you are unlucky to go to those contracts to buy, I'm sorry, your funds will be lost. Like you won't be able to sell whatever you buy, or you permanently lose anything you buy on this remaining contract. Why? Don't forget, in the last video, we stated that one of the ways to, there was someone in the group that bought a fake token that shared in the group, but I think he bought it without actually doing or following some of our safety precautions that we've stated earlier on. So, if you notice what is happening here is that these other tokens, they are not having liquidity. And liquidity is a reserve that is used for a token to be able to buy and sell. Basically, to be able to sell a token must have a liquidity. So if you check, the only token or that is having a liquidity here is the first one. But that doesn't give you the best guarantee or assurance that it is a real project or it is a real token. So, but this is just like few things that you can see and run away from it instantly without having the need to even check further. So, for example, you can see that the first one is having $15,000 in liquidity. That is very fine. It is enough. So, but the second one is not even having up to $1. The third one is not having up to the $1. So, no other token here is having up to $1. But for someone who is very new into crypto, it can just feel like all of them are the same and pick the second one, then start buying the second one. Later on, then come to make complaint that, oh, I bought FlexWix yesterday and I'm unable to sell it today. So when you start asking the person, which FlexWix do you buy? Then you get to see that, oh, it was the wrong one. So that is why it is important to paste the address. So if I paste the address now, it takes me and make me feel concentrated on the flexweeks that I want to check the information. So now, barely looking at this, there are some things you need to check out for. Number one, the liquidity of this contract is logged. So it is locked for 7 months. So this gives you, so when you click on this padlock, you see that it is saying that 11,000 flexweeks in form of with WBNB pair is logged for 7 months. So this gives you assurance that nothing is going to happen with this token with whatever we're trying to interact with it in the next 7 months or above. Any token that have been able to lock their token, they are really ready to do something. So that is one of the things you should know. Then you can see the total supply. The total supply is just like the total token that is in circulation. So you can see that it is 10 million flexweeks. What is the pool BNB? At 1.92 BNB. The total transaction is huge, 13,000 transaction, and you can see the pool created date, and the pool created they let you know when they started when they created this token pair and when they started trading on it. So, and you can see what the value of 1 BNB is. So 1 BNB right now for a flexweeks is around 158,000 flexweeks. So which then you can see the score here. This 64 divided by 99 is the score. So you can check more details about the score if you scroll down here. So what makes the score to be 64? So if it is on green, then it is fine. So the score, the score is like, okay, for the information of the token, it is very accurate. You have 96. For the exchange, you have 99. For user vote, you have 99. For period of creation, you have 91. But this is 8 points for the pool itself. Why is it having 8 points? The main reason would be because of the trade volume. So you can see the trade volume is really low. $1 within 24 hours is low. So this might be the cause of it having like a trade volume of $1.91. So otherwise, everything is good to go for this token. So now, what else do we need to check? You can just check what is happening on the trade here. Probably we'll check for an active trade later on. So, but other things you can see the number of transactions within 24 hours. If you click on 6 hours, 24 hours, 7 days, you can get the information and the price change on each of it. So, but before I go for that, let me quickly. So after you've checked those things, then you come down here to check the contract details. So this is the contract details. This is like an automatic audit result. So if you are checking the contract details, if the contract verified is saying no, please don't buy the token. If it is telling you that it is honeypot, like the honeypot, instead of this one saying no, if you are saying yes, please don't buy such token. It is very dangerous. So now, what else do you need to check? If you see mintable to be yes, you see this section, mintable. If you see it to be yes, you have to be careful as well. So another thing is, if you see blacklisted to be yes, you have to be careful too. So this is very important and essential for us to know that okay, so we have like a few people joining us, which is good. Okay, so this is important for every one of us to take note and to be aware of. So another thing that I'm going to be showing us is you can try to check more on the whitelisting and the blacklisted. So let me try to mute just to prevent the background noise coming. So Miles, I'll be muting you. Okay. Okay, yeah. So fine. Okay, so um yeah, another thing that I want to hear is there are some these are like okay the different transactions you can be seeing, and you can be seeing an different addresses, the amount they buy. So yeah, you can also try to detect if a transaction is being run by a bot. Like for example, this address is a bot that is bringing this aka symbol. So it is a bot because sometimes some people use bots to trade. So when we get to some advanced stage, we are going to be releasing free sniping bots for everyone to use in the group, which is custom made by some team member on in this community. It is important because sometimes the way we can make profit on trade is to be smarter than every other person. So and the use of is also cannot be underestimated. So if you have a bot and you're able to set it properly, you can just leave your bot running and be making profit for you at the accurate time. So this is it about analyzing a token like this. So right now, I'll try to see like the first 10 trending token and let us analyze them together. So this is like a trending token for today. So let me check them. So I'm picking from these are moving trending token. So let me check this blue token. Okay, this is Disney token. So this is number 4 trending token for today. So now what can we see about this token? The score is very good, 89/99. We'll go back to that later. So the liquidity is 700,000. But for you to buy this token, you have to be careful. They don't have their liquidity logged. Maybe you can check other information about them, but for them not having their liquidity logged, it means that they can remove any of this liquidity anytime they like. Then the total market cap is 27.4 million. That is very huge. How many orders are they having? 8,000. 24 hours volume is $300,000. So this pool is doing good, but you have to be careful as well, because not just scanning this information is enough. You have to go to the group, check whatever promotion they are doing, check other necessary information about them. So now their point is good. You can see what I was saying. They have a prosy contract into this contract, which means it is dangerous. Yeah. Because you can never detect what is in the prosy contract. So the main contract is verified. Every other thing is verified, but you coming here to say prosy contract here, you don't get to see other information. For such token like this, you need to do even more research than whatever we've discussed here, because having a prosy contract means that they can hide other information into the prosy contract. A prosy contract is just like there is another contract inside this particular contract. So all these other information that we want to know, like is it honeypot, is it blacklisted, we won't be able to get it on the main contract. So this type of project can be a scam. It can be a scam, or that is just presented to be a real project. So let's move to another token. Uh, Hello guys. I think I left the call. Like I don't know what happened. But can you guys hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Sure, can hear you, sure.
Okay, cool. So let me see if my recording is still active. I think my recording have stopped, but let me continue to share my screen. All right. So yeah, maybe I'm just going to try to join the clips together. Yeah. So this is another token. These are like big token of which for example now this is Chill USDT. Let me just go to their contract. This is also having a preview contract. I think what I'm going to do is let me just check for new pair straight forward. New pair. So this is where a lot of scammer operates. Let's give it some time to load. Under this new pair, we are definitely going to be seeing a rock pulled project that have occurred today. It is not usually strange under this live new pair. So right now, everything we have been doing is under BNB blockchain, like BNB smart chain. I think because I'm on VPN, it's not loading for one reason or the other. Let me see. I don't know why. Let me try to check again. So checking okay, so it's loading now. Then I want to go to live. Okay, cool. So my live new pair is loading. So let me switch to BNB chain. It's not loading BNB chain for me. Okay, so let's explain with okay, it's loading now. Yeah. So on this BNB live new pair, you can see different things on this section. For example, you can see the time a token is listed. So there are some tokens that were just listed 40 seconds ago, 1 minute ago, 3 minutes ago. Let me confirm if all of us can hear you this. All right, cool. So we have more participants joining. Yeah, so you can see different mini that we have these tokens listed. But we have token listed every minute. So now, for example, there is something happening to a particular token that have just been listed. This Raptor BNB, you can see that it is already on minus 25%. What is happening? Let's check. So this type of token is 100% going to be a scam token, because this is like it's having a very low liquidity, which is $1,800. Then total market cap is 2,000. Then order is just 2. So this is like a type of token that they are going to deceive people to join. So the moment you join, then you might have yourself to be blamed, because your money can go into the you can just lose all your money. So for example, number one, there's no accurate information about yourself. There is no accurate information about this course. So what we're having here, the contract is fine. Actually, the contract is verified. On import, it is not an unimport. Every other thing here is fine. So which makes you believe that okay, this should be a good token, but absolutely, it is not. It is not to be trusted until maybe you get more information about the score, about the community behind this particular token. So for the past few days, I've been trying to find all these complex rock put project token to make as an example, because there are always some things that is very similar to rock put projects on blockchain. Like it can be on Ethereum, it can be on it can be on it can be on any other. So okay, this is what I'm going to do. We have a lot of tools that can be used to scan a contract. For example, we have another one called Gecko Terminal. I want to show you something on this Gecko Terminal. So on this Gecko Terminal, there was this token that they did a rug pull like last month, and the guys that did this rug pull were able to get to make profit of about $60 million with it. So what happened to this that made a lot of people to fall for it? So this was the token. It was Pepe. So they did a meme token. So the meme token was Pepe, and it was on Pulse chain. There's another chain differently from whatever we've been talking about. The chain is Pulse chain. This is it. Pulse chain. You can see different chains that we have. We have the Arbitrum, Polygon, but this particular token was on Pulse chain. And why am I using it as an example is because they were able to scam people of close to $60 million worth of USDC, like USDC on that Pulse chain. So the name was Pepe on Pulse chain. I don't know, some people might come across the chain. So what happened with this chain was that the contract was not verified, number one, but I don't know how they get to scam a lot of people with it. The contract was not verified, so you can't really get any information about this token. So what happened to this token is that you can just see buy, 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 buy. People can only buy. So after buying it, you won't be able to sell the token. And what they are doing is immediately you buy a huge amount of token, they blacklist your account. And whenever they blacklist your account, you won't be able to sell. I think on this chain, only three people reported it to be suspicious or to be scam, which I don't know, whoever that bought the token, they must be very dumb, because it is very straightforward that you can only buy and you can't sell. So they were able to pull up this kind of scam people of around $60 million. But yeah, so looking here again. So yeah, this something having minus 100% is a rug pull project. Let's check. So this is a rug pull project. Yeah, this is exactly good example of a rug pull project. So they've allowed people to pull in their fund, which makes it of having a total cap of around $7,000. Then they pull out the liquidity. So you can see that liquidity is having $0.1. So this is a perfect example of a rug pull project. Let me see what type of contract. Oh, I think these people are already getting smart. Like, they are having good contracts. So when you come to check the contract, you don't get to see any faults in it. But a perfect way to know a rug pull project is just merely seeing the liquidity. You will see that they are going to be having a very low liquidity, and at the end of the day, they are going to be removed the liquidity when they see that a lot of people have joined, and for example, someone that put $1,000 in the liquidity, and currently it is having a market cap of $7,000. Then he or she has made a profit of $6,000. Then it's cool to remove the liquidity. So these are the type of scam we need to look for. There are much more bigger scam on this token of a thing. So checking the contracts, checking the peer explorer is very, very important. So now when you come to this, I don't want to use this fake token to make for us to have an example. So when I check on Flexbase, so for you to be able to see the token itself, the token contract on Dextools itself. So when you see where below the information of the token, you can just do that. Okay, you have the token, and you can see the contract in front of you can see the contract details in front of the token, and the pair. The pair means that what is the token pair? Like, what is the pair of the token to the liquidity pair? For example, one of the popular pair we have, you can have for a token is, for example, your token can be paired to BNB. It can be paired to BUSD. So that is what we call a pair. A pair is just like a means of converting the money from into another native token, which is having value already, like for exchange to be possible. So that is why a pair contract is also included into a token information. So the pair for this particular token is WBNB stroke FLX. So that is the pair. That is the way I can explain that. So that is what we need to know. There is also another contract that is called the pair contract, and we are also having the token contract. But the main concentration is the token contract. The pair address is not a contract, it's just an address. The pair address is for conversion of the token to any other currency. So the pair address is given by the DEX, by the decentralized exchange. And the popular decentralized exchange that is being used is PancakeSwap. So that we should know as well. Then coming here is just to check for social media information, any link available to the project. So that is all on Dextools. So Ayade, we are going to be going back to yours to quickly finish up and round up. Yeah. All right, cool. So I believe that some of us have been able to learn some things tonight, and yeah, so I think we've been able to check out some things important on using Dextools. Hello. So is there anyone having any question concerning what we've gone through tonight?
Well, no questions so far. This seems clear enough for
Okay,
anyone.
cool.
So, we'll still go over the videos, the recorded videos again.
Yeah, that would be important. So, do you already know how to send your wallet address, like to share your wallet address? Otherwise, if you don't know about that, so Ayade is one of the lucky winners that will be winning our giveaway tonight, because I think he was able to participate actively throughout. Then I think we're having someone who haven't speak yet tonight. Bisola, welcome. Starbossy, welcome. David, welcome. Are you guys with us? Were you guys following up? I think you guys joined lately.
Yeah,
I'm
hello.
following.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm following up, but I have two questions actually. Probably when you're done with the class, I'm going to ask my question.
Okay, cool.
There's something. No.
I'm following up. I have idea of everything before now, so it's just brushing up more with my own knowledge, actually.
Yeah, I think that is very good, because we are just trying to take it as a progress, and as soon as we get deep into some of the more complex things we need to know, you get to understand more. And for example, I won't be the only one teaching about these things. So I think this week we are going to be having a manager of one of the popular exchange that will be speaking and having a class section with us. So teaching us about some important things, like that might be new to us, because also this platform is created for every one of us. So that day, I also will be listening to him, checking out whatever he have for us. So we are bringing more people externally to speak on a section like this, so all of us can be enlightened. So David, are you ready to speak?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready over here.
All right. So how has it been? So thank you, Bisola, for your feedback. So David,
No,
yeah,
it's
we are with
wonderful.
you.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm
Can you
with you.
hear me?
Yeah, I'm with
Yeah,
you,
it's
David.
been wonderful. I came in late, but I already have a little bit idea on what you teaching tonight. But it's
Okay,
okay.
good.
I got the
Yeah,
important info right there. Thank you very much.
exactly. Yeah, you're welcome. So it's
I
just
saw the pin tweets, but before I could finish up because of the rain, I couldn't meet up on time. I entered late.
okay.
But it's all good. It's
So
all good.
that's
I'll watch
yeah,
on
thank you.
YouTube. You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so that is understandable enough. So for us, we are just going to be going through to quickly introduce Ayuade to the use of SafePar, who has just been able to open his SafePar to I think already. Yeah, so Ayuade, can you share your
Please, can
address
I have a
to
question,
us?
please?
Yeah, okay. Starbucks, you can ask.
Hello.
Please, sir,
Okay,
when
Montana.
you were talking about the
Yeah, I have a
debt
question.
to,
Like,
you make us
Hold
understand
on.
that there are things we need to make
Hold
us
on, please. Okay, Starbucks, you can ask your question. I'm going to unmute
yeah.
you back, Montana. Okay, because Starbucks they asked, I requested to ask a
Yeah.
question first. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah, when we're talking about the debt to, you make us understand that there are two things we need to look out for when trying to verify if the contract is scammed or is okay. And one of the things we make
Mm-hmm.
mention of the liquidation, like
Mm-hmm.
if the contract does not have any liquidation, you know that's a scam contract. That is, you can only buy but we can't sell. And
Exactly.
other is for my question remains that what if there are some tokens that have just few liquidation? That if the liquidation is good, there is just few. So how are we going to know? Maybe like is there any particular amount of liquidation that the contract must have? For us to know that okay, this contract you can buy and sell on it. That's the question. I don't know if you get it.
Yes, I get your question. Like there is no particular amount. Okay, so I'm going to mute you now, Starbucks. So I'll allow Montana to also ask this question. We'll answer everything. I think. Okay, let me answer Starbucks first before uh allowing Montana to speak. So Starbucks, this is what happened. There is no particular amount of liquidity you have to check on a contract. But one of the popular scam happening right now, we only need to update ourselves with whatever that is happening. So one of the popular scam happening right now is that these scammers, they provide little amount of liquidity to the pool. Like for example, you can see a token having a liquidity of $1,000. It is very, very low. So when you have it having $1,000 in form of liquidity, then they allow more people to join to buy. So when it gets to like maybe 5,000, 7,000, like the total market cap means the total contribution of everyone to a particular project. So when it reaches that amount, what they do next is just to remove the liquidity because it is going to have increased. The liquidity by that time would have increased. So then they remove the liquidity, and once the liquidity is removed, the total market cap doesn't matter because no one will be able to sell the token again. Why? Because when you are trying to sell the token, there is nothing you will be getting back. The liquidity serves as a reserve that gives you back whatever you are trying to exchange the token for. So once you don't have a liquidity, then there is no form of exchange that is going to happen on such contracts. So now, on a larger scale, we have the big guys that come into the market to scam people as well. So you can see a token. This is what they do. So the big guys, what they do is just to put in a larger amount of liquidity. So that was the last thing I showed you, like that pepper pause. So these guys, they came in to scam people by building and gaining their trust. So they put around $200,000 worth of liquidity in that particular pool. But people were careless enough not to have checked for the contract details, like checking out if the contract was verified. Of course, the contract was not verified. So, but they were thinking like, okay, because $200,000 was in the liquidity, these guys are not going to be scammed. Meanwhile, it turned out that they were targeting larger amount of volume to remove liquidity and scam people. So they will allow the trade to reach around 160 million, I think. Then they remove around $60 million. So this was done by a larger set of a larger group of scammers that are trying to make huge amount profit out of this particular scam. It is in similar pattern. So just to answer your question, there is no particular amount of liquidity you should be expecting of. But the popular one is these guys that are putting little amount of liquidity. So in that scenario, you have to do extensive research before you buy any token. So before I personally is going to, or anyone in the group is going to drop a signal for us to buy a token in the group, there must have been a lot of researches we've done. I even try to do the research by even knowing the owner of the project, whoever is marketing the project before we allow them to get into the group. So this is to answer your question, Starbucks. So right now I'm going to allow Montana to speak. All right, cool. So Montana, you can speak now. Montana, are you ready to speak? I've unmute you. So what do you have for us? Okay, Montana, I've allowed you to speak. Yeah.
Starbucks asked the question, so I'm cool now. I was going to ask the same question.
Okay, you ready? Okay. So it's just as simple as that. So just try to be extremely careful and watch out for bigger scammers. Yeah, that is what I can call them. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So you're welcome. So sometimes you need to also try to find out whoever is marketing a token. You need to find out whoever is behind the project. It is important. All right. So I think that answers most of the questions. So Miles, I think you were trying to ask a question. You can now speak. You can speak. So while waiting for Miles, because I want us to quickly round this up. So Ayode, if you are looking at my screen, what you have to do is come to BEP20. Make sure you are on BEP20. Click on it. Click on receive. Then copy the address. Send to the group. So I send you your token now because you've been able to. So like we said, you are one of the lucky winners we're picking tonight. So send that to the group if you've been able to see my screen just like I did. I'm going to do it again.
I've done that.
Open your wallet. All right, so send it to the group.
Yeah.
Yeah, you send the wrong one. You know,
Okay.
you have
Let me
to
check
like
again.
you have to like
BP20.
BB20. You have to watch the video we've done in the group. This is the one you sent to me in the group. BB2. It is very
Okay.
different. So what I'm asking is for you to send me BEP20. Can you see BEP20 there?
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that.
Yeah. So BEP20 wallet is always starting with 0x.
Oh, I've seen
Any
that.
ERC. Yeah, so send it to the group. So any ERC20 start with 0x. So it is easily identical in nature like that. So for example, do I have any I don't really have much chain on this wallet. So yeah, I'm going to be sending it to you. Don't forget when you're trying to send out the money, try to confirm the address as careful enough you could be. So for example, your address starts with 0x ending with 160B194. So 0x 160B194. So then I'm sure I'm sending to the right address. Then so this is just BNB for you to try out some of the things we've done in our previous video. So just watch the video. I'm not going to be having time to go through it tonight again
No
because it
problem.
is just like, yeah, so check it out. If you're having any issue with it, let us know in the group.
Okay.
So it's fine. So don't forget,
Okay.
like one of the things we try to do then is that, okay, when you have a transaction, to get the transaction details, you can just go to the browser, copy the information about the browser, and just for you to check the transaction details. So I'm going to be pasting it in the group. Yeah, so you can have a transaction receipt for it. to check whatever happened on the transaction. So we explain everything in the video we did the other time. So I think that will make it a total round up for tonight. So let me know if anyone is having any other question in general, except from the thing we've gone through tonight. All right. So for example, let me know if anyone is expecting something in crypto. Maybe we can include it into our upcoming timetable, because don't forget I told you we are going to be having a timetable guiding us through, and we are already going to be having a schedule speakers for each of these topics that we'll be discussing starting from next week. So we want to plan it out importantly to make it more interactive. So are we all good tonight? So we can wrap this up. All right, so David, Bisola, Ayade, Miles, Montana, Emily, Starbussy, are we all good tonight to close the section for tonight? Please, you can
Yes.
respond.
Yes.
All right,
Yes,
thank you.
good.
We are good to go. Yes.
All
I'll
right,
go over
cool.
the videos again.
Yeah, so this video tomorrow, because we'll be uploading it on our YouTube. I'm going to stop recording
Okay.
now.
Are the previous videos on the YouTube as well?
Yeah, of course. So just yeah, the link is on the channel. So just try to subscribe so that you will be getting the notifications on these videos that we are going to be sending to the YouTube channel. So
Okay.
yeah, that is the YouTube channel. So subscribe to it.
I will go through
You
all
can
the
watch.
videos.
Yeah, exactly. So
Okay.
yeah, that is important. So thank you, everyone. I really appreciate you devoting your time to come and listen to whatever we are saying. So that is encouraging us. That is why we're bringing more external guys into the group, and they are even more experienced. And trust me, you are going to gain a lot from them. And sometimes you might be getting some insider secrets about some things in crypto, which is going to be very special to this community. Yeah. So thank you so much. We're going to be making this a day. Yeah.